Now we are ready to make pizza, and we are going to think outside of the pizza box. We have some really unique flavor combinations that I think you're going to love on top of a pizza crust.
Now, no matter what pizza you're making, you have to start with a good crust, and we're pleased to say that Dierbergs is now preparing their own pizza dough. You'll find it in the deli. Just take it home, proof it, and you're ready to make your own signature pizza.
First, we're going to be making our Thai chicken pizza, and I'm just pressing the dough into a pizza pan. Now, if the dough is a little bit springy and resistant, just step away and let it rest, and that'll make it a little more cooperative. In fact, the less you handle the dough, the easier it'll be. So we'll just press that in. Now, if you want a thicker crust, you can just leave it at room temperature. The crust will rise a little bit, but we want a nice thin crust for our pizza. So I'm going to take a fork, and I'm just going to pierce the crust a little bit. This is called docking, and what that does is that helps to keep the crust from bubbling up as it bakes. Now, I'm also going to brush it with a little bit of olive oil. Keep it nice and moist as it bakes. I'm going to put this into a very hot oven for just about 2 minutes to let it par bake. That par baking is one of the first steps that's going to help assure that we have a really nice crisp crust. While that crust is baking, I can go ahead and work on the topping. I have some chicken that's cooking with some garlic. These are chicken tenders that are cut into bite-sized pieces. I'm going to add the Thai flavors now. I have some soy and chicken broth. I'm also going to add some brown sugar and some red pepper flakes. And then the traditional Thai flavor of some peanuts. I'll add some crunchy peanut butter. I want to let this sauce just cook until it's nice and smooth, and it'll actually get very thick as it cooks, and it makes a delicious flavor for the pizza. Now, you can also pick up a carton of the Dierbergs Thai peanut sauce. It's really convenient to use for this recipe, and it has a little extra heat in it. You can see that the peanut sauce has really gotten nice and thick, and it's ready to put it on top of our par-baked crust. The crust, as it par-bakes, it starts to brown just slightly, but it's nice and set. Again, that's a really important step in having a crisp bottom crust. Just spread the chicken over the top of the pizza. And now for some extra color and flavor, I'm going to add some chopped red bell pepper. And I'll also add some Provel rope cheese. The Provel cheese is just really creamy and mild, and I love the contrast with the spicy Thai flavor. I'll pick this up at Dierbergs Deli. It just melts in beautifully. Okay, it's ready to go back into the oven. We're cooking it again at 550 degrees for just a few minutes until it's nice and brown. And I wanted to show you how to finish off the pizza. So we have one that's already baked. You can see it just browns up beautifully in that hot oven. And the final thing that we want to add is some sliced green onion. The reason I like to say that till the end is that it keeps its fresh green color and also its bright flavor. And we can also add a little bit of cilantro, another traditional Thai flavor. Adds pretty color, and this easy pizza is just delicious. You're going to love serving this.
Looks pretty, and I know it tastes delicious.
It is.
Now we've got one other pizza to show you. That's our cherry tomato and arugula pizza. This one I'm going to treat a little differently. I'm rolling out the crust in the same way, but for this pizza I'm going to bake it on a stone. If you've never seen one of them, you'll find them in the pizza aisle or in the gadget aisle. It's just a heavy stone. You're going to put it in the oven for a good 15 to 30 minutes beforehand so it gets nice and hot. I already have one in the oven. Now I gave it a good 15 to 20 minutes in there to preheat. Make sure you've got a nice space to work on because it's super hot. There we go. And if it's well preheated, you're not going to have any trouble with the dough sticking. But I do like to sprinkle it with a little bit of cornmeal. Ensures that it won't stick. And it also adds just a really nice texture contrast. Pizza up, head, and boom. Obviously, it doesn't matter if the pie is perfectly round. It'll just make it a little bit more rustic. Now, for my topping, I've got some tomatoes that I seasoned with salt and pepper. I went ahead and drained off the juice. You don't want any extra juice in this, otherwise you'll give up that nice crispy crust. Add a little bit of olive oil. Quick stir, and it goes on to the pizza. As these cook, they get nice and roasty, and that tomato flavor is just intensified. It is delicious. Now I'm going to top this with some fresh mozzarella. You'll look for that in the deli. This is pre-sliced, which makes it especially easy to work with. And it has a really mild, creamy flavor, very different from the traditional mozzarella used on pizza. As this cooks, it'll kind of melt out, so it doesn't have to connect. very hot, so be careful. And again, it's going to go into the oven to bake just until that cheese is melted and the crust is nice and brown. Pizza is done. That is a beauty. There we go.
Beautiful.
It is. Now, take care of the stone. Now we got one extra topping for this, and that's some baby arugula. I'm going to give it just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Baby arugula is so tender, and it's got a nice, pleasant bitterness that really works well with the tomatoes.
I think the contrast to the hot pizza and tomatoes with that crisp, cool green, I think it's just really terrific.
Very good stuff.
Yes, love it.
Now, we hope you try this pizza, and we also hope you check out the magazine for a couple of other pizza ideas. We take you from appetizers, entrees, all the way to desserts.
Yes, so don't go away, because when we come back, Kathy and I are going to be making our strawberry Nutella cookie pizza. It's a terrific spring dessert, so stay tuned.